have you heard the news? Liu Biao of Jing died the other day. And Cao Cao is not a man to miss an opportunity. I'm sure he will begin his southward advance.
Should he take Qing province, his conquest of the realm will become virtually unstoppable. For Wu to survive in the face of such a threat, we must strengthen our kingdom until we have the power to rival him, and that will require more territory.
I am sure there is. But expanding our borders is probably the easiest path.
One can strategize endlessly, but the fact remains that a small territory simply cannot host a massive army.
But first, there is something we must do in preparation. A task you two would be well suited for. I want you to act as messengers to send our condolences and meet with Liu Biao's successor, Liu Song. While there, find Liu Bei, who is said to be staying with him, and subtly ask him to join our side.
There is, however, a possibility that Cao Cao has already made a move. He did consider Liu Bei a threat, after all.
You're a longtime acquaintance of Liu Bei and his men, are you not? So let me ask you this. What kind of man is Liu Bei, in your eyes?
I see. Then when Liu Bei fulfills that potential, we may be facing two great enemies, instead of just Cao Cao. In that case, we should make sure to win him over somehow.
Whatever the case may be, bringing Liu Bei to our side will be a necessity in countering Cao Cao. Good luck, you two. The fate of the House of Sun depends on you.
Have you heard? They say Cao Cao invaded Xingye with a huge army.
Xingye? Isn't that where Lord Liu Bei is?
It was. But apparently he fled and headed to Shanyang to ask Lord Liu Song for help. Then, Lord Liu Song went and surrendered right away, instead of trying to shelter Lord Liu Bei. He probably didn't want him around because he was so well liked by Lord Liu Biao.
So, do you know if Lord Liu Bei is safe?
These are just rumors, but I hear he left and took the people of Xiangyang with him to seek help from Lord Liu Qi in Jiansha.
You mean everyone in Xiangyang? That's incredible!
Lord Liu Bei was extremely popular with the people there. I guess they all wanted to go with him.
It appears things are rather tense. Cao Cao is moving much faster than we thought. Let's see if we can head to Jiangxia, and let us hope Liu Bei is still safe. I did not expect Cao Cao to make his move this quickly, but I am glad you are safe, Lord Liu Bei. Though I must say I was surprised that you've brought your people with you.
We would not have made it here if not for the remarkable efforts made by everyone. And by Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Zhao Yun, and Zhuge Liang in particular.
We are thankful to them as well. For it would have been a grievous blow to lose you.
Ah, and what might you mean by that? Compared to someone like Lord Sun Quan, who controls all of Jiangdong, I am but a minor leader without power or land.
Without power and land, perhaps. But you are also one of the few lords who garner a lot of attention. We believe that if we can join forces with you, we may even be able to counter Cao Cao. As we speak, he is seeking to take Jing province, a critical territory. If his invasion is successful, both your forces and ours will soon be overrun. To put it simply, we believe our interests align. Lord Sun Quan has control over Qiangdong proper, and has even expanded Wu's reach by taking in the Shan Yue and minor lords. If you wish to take on Cao Cao, it may be worthwhile for you to ally with us.
We are very grateful for the offer. We have been searching for allies as well, so we would be...
Lord Liu Bei, may I interject? Lord Lu Su's offer is truly a gracious one. However, I have a hard time believing that there is a consensus on this matter within Wu. Joining up with a small group like ours to fight against the mighty army of Cao Cao? That seems like mere bravado at best.
It pains me to admit it, but you're right. When we heard that Liu Song had surrendered to Cao Cao, we left for Jiangxia right away. Our orders in coming here were indeed to secure an alliance with Lord Liu Bei. But I cannot claim that our side has reached a consensus on the matter.
Then, it is only fair to obtain the agreement. Lord Liu Bei, I would like your permission to act as a messenger to Wu. I will convince the officers there and make this agreement a reality.
We've been called for a meeting. It seems a message from Cao Cao arrived just before we returned. Oh, no. I don't think allying with us would benefit them much at this point. It called for our surrender, though the language was a little less direct. Perhaps we should have expected this, but those in Wu have split right down the middle, just as Zhuge Liang predicted. There are those who claim that victory is impossible against Cao Cao, and that we should surrender before any unnecessary bloodshed. And then there are those who say we should ally with Liu Bei and resist Cao Cao with everything we have. If there is anyone capable of uniting the two factions together, I can think of no one more fit for the task than Lord Zhou Yu. But unfortunately, he is away at the moment. He is likely busy taking measures of his own to make sure we are prepared for the coming danger. Ultimately, the only way we can protect both our domain and our people is to rise up and rival Cao Cao for control of the realm. I've spoken of this plan before, haven't I? It isn't some impossible dream. I truly believe it can be done. Which is why I want nothing more than to convince every person of consequence in Wu to resist the urge to surrender. But for now, I'm off to meet with Zhuge Liang. You should make your way over to the war room to wait for our arrival.
I think we can all agree that fighting Cao Cao is extremely reckless. How can we possibly hope to win against such numbers? Territory should not take priority over the safety of the people of Wu. Is it not said that needless bloodshed is the mark of a foolish leader?
I never thought I would witness the likes of Lord Zheng Jiao, suggesting we kneel to a tyrant who manipulates the Emperor and exploits all in his path. The Yellow Turbans of Qing, the Heishen bandits. They gave in to Cao Cao and have achieved distinction under his command. But in reality, their lives have been robbed of all meaning, and they now exist as nothing more than toothless beasts at the mercy of the lash. Tyranny is all that lies at the end of the path to Cao Cao's feet. Once you become a slave to his power, it becomes impossible to break free. Do you really think we should abandon our pride and forsake our future just to avoid making the sacrifice necessary to protect them?
We do not find giving up on our land and our people to Cao Cao. any more tolerable than you two. But if this is what it takes for our people's lives to be spared, then is it not the best decision we can make?
He's right. There is no reason for us to sacrifice ourselves for pride. We will eventually win back everything taken from us.
With all due respect, I am honestly a little disappointed in what I'm witnessing here. The Sun clan, renowned for its brave warriors, has such cowards for officers.
How dare you!
Lord Liu Bei has no land to call home, and what soldiers and retainers he does have are far fewer in number than those of Wu. In spite of all that, he has sworn to never bend the knee to Cao Cao, and has even sent me to Wu to negotiate an alliance. He does so to save the people of Jing, who regard him with love and respect. And when I arrive here, all I see is Wu, for all its advantages, cowering beneath the shadow of Cao Cao, considering no option but surrender. No matter how many talented officers you assemble, or how well you govern your people, that cowardice makes all of Wu far weaker than Liu Bei alone.
All Liu Bei does is flee from battle to battle. He fled from Ji, he fled from Yo, and from Shu as well. He certainly has more courage than most, but only the foolhardy charge into battle without the strength to prevail.
So, tell us, Lord Zhuge Liang, are we to assume that you have discovered a way to defeat such a massive force?
Yes. I came here knowing that if we fight alongside Wu in this battle, there is a way for us to win. But if the mere thought of having to face a powerful enemy has robbed you of the will to fight, I'll just have to come up with a new plan. Lord Sun Quan, I highly suggest you carefully consider your circumstances and your ability to lead.
Now look here.
I understand the doubts of Zheng Zhao and the others very well. Lu Su and Lord Zhuge Liang have also made a strong case. We will end the discussion here for the time being. I need some time to gather my thoughts on what has been said. This is terrible. I'm a complete failure.
What do you mean by that?
My father laid the foundations, and my brother built Wu into the kingdom it is today. And yet I can't even muster up the courage to defend it. The shame that I feel is overwhelming. I know full well that we must fight. Yet, I can't help but realize how little chance we have of winning. War is crucial to the survival of the kingdom. But we should not fight battles we cannot win. This is a basic principle of warfare.
That is true. Lord Zheng Zhao was not by any means mistaken in his reasoning. If both sides are correct in their own way, then all that is left is for you to make your choice.
Surrender and be trampled upon, or fight and face certain defeat. I don't exactly have the best options to choose from.
Where did you get the idea that those were the only two paths? I think you should choose the third path. That is to say, you should bravely take the field, win the battle, and protect all that you hold dear. Is this not also what you had in mind, Lord Zhou Yu?
Zhou Yu, you have returned.
Yes, I've only just arrived. I'm a bit later than I had planned. But Lord Zhang Zhao and the others sure were grumbling up a storm. Zhuge Liang must have really caused a commotion at the meeting.
Perhaps his words were a little too bitter for them to stomach.
He must have thought that such an approach would be the only thing that could bring Wu to its senses. But Zhuge Liang's words were not meant to merely aggravate or inspire. I think he may actually believe that we can win. He plans to lead Liu Bei to victory, even if it means wringing every last bit of strength out of Wu. He would not have voiced his discontent so strongly without firm conviction. They are fully committed to this fight. We must make use of that. My lord, I speak to you now as a loyal retainer of the House of Sun. I have prepared a secret strategy that will ensure Cao Cao's defeat, but this plan cannot work unless we are able to use Liu Bei's forces. With my plan and the brave warriors in our ranks, we can protect the lives of our people, the domain of Wu, and everything we hold dear.
But this matter has divided us into two separate factions. What can I possibly do to convince everyone to unite as one? Even the soundest strategy is meaningless without the will to fight.
I will explain to them that there is a path to victory, and then I will urge them to reconsider. And if that isn't enough to inspire them to take action, well, we'll just have to appeal to their hearts instead of their minds.
Now even Lord Zhou Yu is insisting that we risk our lives in defiance. And just how do you plan on defeating an army of that size?
The size of Cao Cao's army certainly makes it a force to be reckoned with. But numbers can be deceiving. We must first compare the strengths and weaknesses of both sides. Our disadvantage lies primarily in our inferior numbers. But what do we have that we could use to our advantage?
The enemy is far from home, and they are also poorly trained. Most importantly, long boat journeys tend to bring sickness and fatigue.
Precisely so. And that's why we will fight them on the banks of Jing. No matter how imposing a force may be on land, on water, they become a mere jumble of poorly trained soldiers.
You have a point. Well, even a huge army makes for easy prey if its movements are sluggish.
As they will be slow to maneuver, all we need is a strategy to wipe them out before they have time to escape. What we will do is burn their entire fleet to ashes.
So we're to rely on nothing but unconventional tactics and sheer luck? Even if your fire attack were to succeed, how do you know we can win?
War is of course unpredictable, and I do not claim to have the ability to know the outcome of a battle before it is fought. But to consider no outcome but defeat before even taking the field, how is that any different than losing the battle before it even begins? Now, allow me to ask you all in plain words. Which path will you choose? Will you abandon the kingdom of Wu to live carefree lives without ambition? It is true that taking such a path may prolong your lives. You may even live long enough to reclaim your land and pride. But we would not be the ones to fight and die for the cause. That task would fall to none but our own children. Lord Sun Jian, Sun Ce, and all our forefathers. What would they think? Could you justify that choice to them? If you have even one small shred of pride left as retainers of the Sun clan, as the people of Wu, you will rise up, draw your weapons, and fight with all of your strength!
He's right! We must be the ones to protect Wu, no matter how powerful the enemy may be!
You can count me in. I'll honor my ancestors by fighting to the very end, so that my father and Su can look down on me with pride.
Those who wish to surrender should do so. That is, if there are any among us that don't mind licking the boots of our enemies.
So we have no option but to fight. However...
This discussion is now over. This is a fight for our lives. A fight for all of the people of Wu, past, present, and future. We must defeat Cao Cao's forces once and for all!
No, I am content with this decision. I was just collecting my thoughts, that's all. Where will this path lead the kingdom of Wu?
I have such admiration for this kingdom. I'm sure in most kingdoms the leader gives orders from on high and everyone must obey. But not here. In Wu, no one is forced to serve blindly. We debate the merits of each choice and decide together. Yes, it's one of the things that I like most about our kingdom. But even so, it is very hard to get everyone to agree. I wonder how that last meeting would have gone without Zhou and the others. If my father and brother were still alive to see how much Wu and I have changed, I wonder what they would say. Once gone, the dead can never come back to life. Yet, I can't help but wish I had the chance to show them. All that aside, it would be truly pathetic if we were to lose this war, given everything that's happened. I'm counting on you. We will use the unique strength of each of our soldiers to the fullest to achieve victory. That is the way of Wu.
Lord Pongtong, I know you're in there. Today's the day you're going to hear what I have to say.
Good grief! How's a man to relax with lords of the land barging in uninvited? I am a humble man of little consequence. It doesn't matter how many times you come here. Your problems are none of my concern.
Yes, I know what kind of man you are. But I have a reason for being so persistent in soliciting you to join our side. Lord Pongtong, your help will be essential to bringing Wu closer to victory. Wu's victory will ensure the safety of the people of Jiangdong, which will in turn make it possible to protect the people of Jing.
Is this your attempt to convince me? Sorry to disappoint, but that won't work on me. All life is precious, but it's not my battle to fight.
I see. Then you have forced my hand. I shall have to rely on my last resort.
Last resort? Well, I'll be damned. So they've got you doing their dirty work for them, have they?
I understand you are good friends with Lord Pongtong. Please put in a good word for us with him.
I almost feel guilty for causing you to be dragged out here. Oh, if it were anyone but you. I don't think I could ever bring myself to refuse if it meant damaging your reputation. Wu's leaders are a sinister bunch, aren't they? Fine, I'll help. But just this once.
Lord Pongtong!
But don't expect me to swear fealty or anything like that. I'm going to do things my way. No matter what.
Sorry to bring you here so late. In the coming battle against Cao Cao, I will need you to play a central role. There is a crucial factor which must go in our favor. I want you to ensure that it does. We were afraid to say it in front of the others, but executing this strategy will be about as difficult as threading a needle on horseback.
Cao Cao is not an enemy that can be defeated without a great deal of luck. Or perhaps even a miracle.
We intend to overwhelm Cao Cao's massive army with fire. But simply starting the fires won't be enough for the plan to work.
At this time of year, the winds of the Yangtze River Basin blow from the west and the north. Cao Cao's forces are attacking from the north, so their ranks extend in the same direction. The wind will blow out our fires before they can spread.
Of course, Cao Cao is well aware of this, and likely plans to position himself to our north. But the peasantry of Jing have informed us that there is a place where the wind blows from the south for a short period at this time of year.
Chibi. They say there are times at night when a southerly wind blows down the cliffs on the southern coast.
We want to take advantage of that brief gust of wind. We'll only get one chance, so we must not waste it. You have a technique for predicting the wind, do you not?
To give this plan any chance of success, we are going to need that technique of yours.
I knew we could rely on you. We will of course be doing all we can as well, but with your abilities, we will have a solid chance to prevail. We have you with us now. Your presence here may just be yet another gift from fate. Our fate will be decided at Chibi. We will defeat them if all goes according to plan, but everything depends on us engaging them at that precise location. So in this battle, we will repel the enemy vanguard and lead their main formation to Chibi. I want you all to act as if the final battle has already begun. Proceed with all due caution. Now the battle begins.
Everyone says that damn South. Being able to fight alongside famous.
Do you think this deployment is daring enough to defeat?
Chibi. If everything goes according to Zhou Yu's plan, we might be able to win. But this is Cao Cao we're going up against here. I suspect he will bring even more troops than we expect. And I'm sure he'll have defectors from Jing advising him as well. We'll be in for a brutal battle if we underestimate them.
You're right. But I can promise you that we will do everything in our power to prevent that from happening. It's good to see you again so soon. Lord Ling Tong, I believe this is my first time meeting you. Think nothing of it. It is we who should be thanking you. You've given us a chance to show the realm what we can do.
By the way, I saw your troops training, and I am very impressed. Wu is renowned for his navy, but I have never before witnessed such skill.
We've lived our whole lives by the Yangtze River. I don't think there's any force that can match our skill in naval combat.
Is that so? Well, skill is one thing, but wouldn't you say you're a little short on soldiers?
You mean you didn't know that before coming? That's really not something to be complaining about just before a battle.
Forgive him, Lord Ling Tong. He did not mean to imply that we do not believe in your army's ability to win. But we have faced Lord Cao Cao many times. We are keenly aware how difficult his forces can be to defeat, even under the best of circumstances.
There's nothing to worry about. Numbers aren't everything in battle. Haven't you been fighting long enough to know that? I would have thought it's obvious. Well, just you watch. We'll prove it, once and for all.
You only just joined our side. Don't act like you know everything.
I fought in a lot more battles than you, so I'll say whatever I think needs to be said.
Oh?
What? You got a problem with that?
Wu has such reliable and brave officers in its ranks. This has been true since the days of Lord Sun Jian, but now even more so. I am sure this is all the result of Lord Sun Ce and Lord Sun Quan doing their best to follow in their father's footsteps. You found a great lord to serve. As a friend, I couldn't be happier for you. Well, sorry for interrupting your discussion. We'll be on our way now.
Then make sure you tell them as much.
Yes, sir.
I didn't expect to see you here. Did you need something from me? Oh, nothing especially important. I'm involved in governing the Shunyue, you know. But forget about me. It's almost time to head for the battlefield. You'd best get yourself ready before it's too late.
Did you notice anything unusual about Lord Huanggai just now? To tell you the truth, we've been hearing some very disturbing rumors lately. Someone might be leaking our plans to Cao Cao's forces. I do not wish to accuse him of such a thing, but... Let's begin. Now then.
No.
Yes.
Very good.
Hi.
It is I, Sun Shangshan, the Bow Maiden.
Don't let me down now.
For us to be victorious at Chibi, it is essential that we win here. Proud soldiers of Wu, let us use all of our wit and courage to secure a victory.
This! We will soon forget this!
First, we will demoralize the enemy, repel their attacks, and push them back.
Looking rough. Looking rough.
Exciting to be facing the greatest army in the land. Men, get ready to charge
The enemy
straight
officer
into their ranks.
has been defeated.
Advance.
Gotta be quicker. I see you. There's an opening. Looking rough. The enemy officer has been defeated.
My perfect plan failed.
Let's go.
Superb. You never fail to impress me with your feats.
Hear the bells and tremble! Ganning stands before you! What? An open in with nothing but a handful of troops! I'll take them down myself!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Needing to come to my aid. I guess it's an acceptable situation.
You've come to my aid? I can think of no ally more reassuring than you.
Looking
rough. Gotta be quicker than that. Time to act.
Go on.
The enemy officer has been
How did my
defeated.
perfect plan fail?
The enemy offensive has been repelled. Advance with the ships. We will make this battle ours. Have the main army attack from the front to get their attention. Our detachment will circumvent the battlefield to strike from behind.
Commence the advance! Our preparations are now complete. Let us set sail! Commence the advance!
Do not forget about the Western Front. Use this opportunity to push further!
Begin the advance.
This damn bell ringer. I'm afraid it's not over yet.
Another frontal attack. They've underestimated the strength of our forces. Shoot as one! Do not let them get close! Shield bearers, get ready! Brace yourselves, or we will reach the enemy ships soon enough! I see Gan Ning is making an impact. We need to use this momentum to our advantage.
He is simply charging ahead mindlessly. We needn't pay him any heed.
We've managed to board without much of a problem. Let's cause some chaos to get their attention.
Oh, Lu Su. Now it'll get interesting.
You are the keystone of our navy, Lord Taimao. Thus, we humbly ask that you remain safe.
Do not worry. I will take the troops of the Central Plains and demonstrate their prowess as an elite naval force.
Let's go. An opening. Do that. Bear witness to my power. Bear witness to my power. All my might.
Can't believe
The
this.
enemy officer has been defeated.
I must accept my fate.
Looking rough. Let's go. Let's go.
I did not think I'd need to rely on this plan, but I guess you never know.
Counting on you.
And open.
Concentrate.
Looking rough.
The curtain draws here.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Yeah. I knew you'd come to give me a hand.
Our strength is not enough.
Let's go. Let's go.
come. There is little to worry about with your presence here.
All my might! Got it! Here we go! See you. Rough. Take that! Let's go! All my might! Take that! All my might! Now's the time! Opening! Let's go! Obliterate you! All my might! Time to attack! Obliterate you! Time to act! Easy. You gotta be quicker. How's this? Time to attack! Take that! See you. Take this! All my might! Gotta be quicker than that. Easy. I see you. Yes. Situation. The enemy officer that the soldiers of defeat excel at naval warfare. We will head out to meet them and break their morale.
This is a ferocious tune indeed.
All my might. Go on.
Is
The
this
enemy
what
officer
Cao Cao's army is
has
made
been
of?
defeated.
How disappointing!
It's Gan Ning, the scoundrel who betrayed Wang Su. Surround and overpower him! Advance!
Oh my might! We've gotten their attention. Get the detachments to move out. Send the ships out from the east.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Here we go!
We'll make sure they don't notice our advance. Being inconspicuous is our specialty, after all. Begin the advance. Looking rough. See you. The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Our
The enemy
new
officer
comrade looks eager.
has been defeated.
Best ensure we're not outshone.
Let's go.
What does he think he's doing, showing off like that? Does he really think we'll allow him to show us up?
Yeah. I knew you'd come to give me a hand.
Get ready to go ashore. Then we will head north toward the port.
The battle is more intense than I anticipated. We will continue to fight without complaint.
They're throwing down boulders. We might be done for now.
Got you! Come, I, Ji-Huan, shall take you on!
This is a ferocious tune indeed. You've come. There is little to worry about with your presence here.
The battle is more intense than I anticipated. Continue to fight without complaint.
Let's go.
My eyes find themselves fixated on you in battle.
This is a ferocious team.
Gotta be quicker than that. Just so. I wasn't.
The enemy officer
display of skill
has been defeated.
We shall fight again.
Now is the time for forward momentum. Come, onward! March forward!
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
How am I getting cornered?
Let's go.
Seriously? I'm of no use to anybody dead. Better fall back for now.
An opening. Loose. The enemy officer has been defeated.
This will do.
I'm gonna have to
Take this.
Okay, that takes care of that. Let us march on. See you. I know how to get the job done.
Take this.
Nice. Begin the advance. All units, march.
Time to end this.
Good eye.
The enemy officer
Begin the advance.
has been defeated.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. An opening. All my might. Concentrate. Go, go. Take this. Bear witness to my power. All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Must fall back. From this position, we can strike their stronghold from the rear. Launch the ships. Begin the advance.
Let's go.
Advance! All of you, follow me! Let's march! The end is nigh for you, soldiers of Cao Cao. I will teach you the meaning of fear.
What the? Enemies from the north! Ah!
Fortune smiles on us. Go! Go! and attack them as one!
Let's go. Forward march!
Our hard work has paid off. Finish them!
Cornered Sai Mao. I will take care of it.
We cannot leave our allies in peril. We must assist them immediately.
All my might. Go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This officer bows before the might of the Sun family.
Proper strategy is the quickest way to victory.
Gotta be quicker than that. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Over you here!
Your deeds exceed my imagination. Truly a dependable ally.
You've got no chance against me!
I appreciate the assistance. I will atone for my failures in the battles ahead.
No need to thank me, for it is my job to oversee you.
Let's go. I must say, this was not the outcome I had anticipated. Seems I'll have to do this myself. Face me! Take that! All my might! Got this. Let's go. Let's end this. I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I had not expected such fierce resistance. We have been well and truly beaten.
Oh, Lord Sai Mao, I will keep these troops busy.
What? Did he just let Lord Sai Mao go? Looks like they were talking. Could it be?
Time to end this.
We have been victorious in this first battle, but the next will be the decisive one. I am counting on your efforts. Let us head to Chibi, where our fate will be decided!
Well, Zhou Yu's plan worked just as expected. Cao Cao's forces could barely move out there. They ended up sinking like rocks.
Don't get too overconfident, or it might be you sinking next time.
As if I never let that happen.
You two spend every free moment arguing with each other.
If you have time to be spouting nonsense, you should use it to prepare for the coming battle.
Yeah, I got it. By the way, where's Huang Gai?
How am I supposed to know? Lord Handong, do you have any ideas?
Ah, Huang Gai? Well, he did allow that enemy officer to get away in the last battle. So maybe he doesn't feel like he has the right to celebrate our victory.
I wouldn't worry about him. Besides, we should be getting back.
From what I have gathered, after fleeing the battlefield, Sai Mao was suspected to be a spy and was summarily executed by Cao Cao.
I see. Good work. You may leave.
Sir.
I will make this clear. In the last battle, we were in communication with the enemy officer, Sai Mao. We had planned from the beginning to engage the enemy forces, then wait for the right moment to steal him away from the battle.
Did you really? I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
It is said that to fool the enemy, you must first fool your allies. The only ones who knew about this plan were me, Lord Sun Quan, and Lord Huang Gai, who we had entrusted with the task of contacting Tsai Mao. So, Lord Huang Gai, how exactly did Cao Cao become aware of Tsai Mao's betrayal? Let me be very clear with you. Lord Huang Gai, I consider you to be the primary suspect in this case.
Wait, Zhou Yu. Why do you believe Huang Gai would do such a thing?
If he has a reason, there is no one who wants to hear it more than me. But I think recent events tell us everything we need to know. Looking back on it now, Lord Huang Gai has acted suspiciously on several occasions recently. He expressed his displeasure with Lord Sun Quan's leadership every chance he had, and treated the Shen Yue the way a king would treat his army. Your heart has strayed from the path of Wu. That is the only conclusion I can draw from all of this, Lord Huang Gai.
Hey, Huang Gai?
I always wondered, what was it that Lord Sun Jian had that I did not? If my ancestors had not been driven from their position of power, would I not be the one to rule Jiangdong? And just when I'd had my fill of taking orders from an impotent runt, I discovered a people of my own who treated me with respect I deserve. What's more, Lord Cao Cao has promised to protect my people and grant me dominion over all of the lands of the Shan Yue. What reason could I possibly have to reject such an offer? Tell me, Zhou Yu.
Lord, you are no longer the man who brought me back from the brink of despair after Sun Ce's death. I think it is safe for us to assume as much. Someone execute this traitor immediately!
Lord Zhou Yu, please wait. We are on the edge of a great and decisive battle. Executing Lord Huang Gai now would have dire consequences.
We may be certain of Huang Gai's intent to rebel, but there still is no evidence that he acted on it.
Yeah, so give it some time. For our sake.
Treating such offenses lightly is a crime all its own. However, punishing a man of merit is bound to lower morale among the troops. Give him the lash and lock him away. His fate will be decided after the battle.